Prosecutors, Michael Cohen acted at Trump's direction when he broke the law.
This post received a score of 52,787, with an upvote ratio of 80%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I love how Trump talks about loyalty then is very quick to throw Cohen under the bus.
Not just Cohen though, he literally throws anyone under the bus who doesn't help toe his line of bullshit.
He likes people who are loyal to him. It's a one-way street.
Only second time in U.S. history that the president is an unnamed UN-indicted co-conspirator. The other president was Richard Nixon. Greater than the slow-rising central horror of Watergate is not that it might grind down to the reluctant impeachment of a vengeful thug of a president whose entire political career has been a monument to the same kind of cheap shots and treachery he finally got nailed for, but that we might somehow fail to learn something from it. Hunter S. Thompson, 1973.
Everyone remembers Watergate for a burglary to learn embarrassing information about Democratic candidates, and that the president covered for his underlings and lied about it. No one seems to remember the part that the burglary was before the 1972 election, that Nixon essentially used the powers of the executive branch to execute an information warfare campaign against his political rivals, so the Democrats would be left to nominate an utterly unelectable man like George McGovern who Nixon could defeat without much effort. TL.DR. Watergate was about Nixon stealing the 1972 presidential election, and everyone only remembers the burglary and that Nixon lied.
Nixon also contacted the South Vietnamese government during his 1968 presidential campaign and sabotaged the peace talks between the North and South. He told the South he could get them a better deal if they walked away and waited for him to win the election. He wanted the war to continue so the public would become frustrated with the Democratic Party and vote Republican to end the war. He let Nixon get away with it because he didn't want to reveal that the U.S. had bugged its ally.
Don't forget Reagan and Iran, where Reagan cooperated with the group that held the American embassy staff, so Carter would lose the election. So Trump isn't even the first president that would conspire with a foreign power to win an election.
Greater than where Reagan cooperated with the group that held the American embassy staff, so Carter would lose the election. Curious, we all know the attendant facts surrounding the kidnapping, but as to Reagan, source.
Despite what the other comment, Reagan admitted it, though he did later claim he didn't say it or tried to change the meaning. The timeline is pretty clear and he used the hostage situation to beat down Carter. That article maybe doesn't get into why Reagan made a deal on the hostages or how he promised Iran parts for their American weapons if they delayed the hostage release. I will keep looking. And of course the whole Iran-Contra debacle. This is a good read.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.